Romans, well, that's the last we'll see of this dumb hippie. Wait a second, think again. Jesus on the third day. I can just hear the girls in the background. Yes, queen. Medieval MFers on their way to start a very productive day by watching a person get burned alive. You know, some people need their morning coffee, others need to smell burning flesh in the morning. Farmers on their way to somehow beat another military superpower. Man, I've been saying it for a long time. These units need to be nerfed. They are way too OP. Doesn't matter what nation has them. Farmers are always winning wars. Do you think kids during the Industrial Revolution had that same weird millennial/Gen Z experience of having technology change so much while they were growing up? A middle-aged man in the 1890s condescendingly explaining what a candle is, and a 13-year-old being like, okay, governor. Oh, is that where it all came from? The original term for boomer. Plague doctors on their way to put frogs on open wounds. They had such a way with these things. Just another day's work. Prehistoric Iberia. Ooga booga. Yes. Wait, what are we exactly looking into? Iberia? Okay, so Roman stuff in Hispania. We have the kingdom of that. Ooh, EU4. The Umayyad Caliphate. Okay, now get ready for the Reconquista. County of Portugal. Is this, oh, so this is the, Kingdom of Portugal. This is the history of Portugal in general, in EU4 and meme terms. Okay, now wait until they fall under that Iberian Union. Portuguese Brazil. Oh yeah, getting those Brazilian waifus. Kingdom of Portugal. Ottoman Wars. Iberian Union, here it is. This is what I was saying. Literally dies a 24-year-old virgin. Is that what caused the union? I mean, when I don't think I can finish that phrase. Kingdom of Portugal. At least I won't cause an Iberian Union when I, oof. Kingdom, okay. During the Napoleonic Wars, Brazil became Portugal. Yes. Now they're gonna lose Brazil. Just enjoying the scramble for Africa. And they get more stuff. First Republic of Portugal. They're gonna get some stuff from the German colonies in Africa as well. I don't even know what we're watching here, but I'm thoroughly entertained. Same republic, but we lost democracy and went to war again. This is 1933. Don't you guys have a dictator for a while? Democracy restored, yeah, in 1975. So the dictator's finally gone from there. And you've been chilling ever since? Beautiful history. Boomers, now boomers everywhere. That's not that bad. It's better than having governors everywhere. I got shot and walked it off. Well, I got shot and still gave my speech. Didn't even realize Otto von Bismarck and Teddy Roosevelt had so much in common. They did grow up kind of in the same time period. They were alive at the same time. Getting lost in the 21st century. Babe, please, would you turn on Google Maps? No, ancient instinct will guide me. Getting lost in the 1st century. Babe, please, will you ask for directions? No, all roads lead to Rome. That masculine instinct just to kind of figure things out, even if you have no idea where the hell you're going. Oi, mate, have you seen the Australian Prime Minister? The Australian Prime Minister. I'm sorry, this will not be funny to me. I shouldn't be laughing, I guess. Is it too soon? Maybe it is too soon, but man, this is a pretty beautiful recreation of the whole thing. What was this frog even doing? It's fine if we laugh, right? He got a swimming pool named after him. The phrase, "here comes the sun," means many different things depending on the context. In the context of the Beatles, oh yeah, I love this song. In the context of NASA, probably kind of scary. I don't know why the sun would be coming at us. And in the context of Imperial Japan, well, yeah, the Japanese were gonna say this phrase actually twice, unfortunately. The NKVD, or Soviet Secret Police, destroying 22,000 Polish prisoners. Why would the no-no Germans do this? Honestly, considering this was Poland and they'd been through so much, they should have just kept Hannibal Buress like this in the first panel as well. Oh, okay, never mind. This is a great meme. Because they were definitely looking like this for like at least a few years beforehand too. You think material wealth is punishment for humanity and decide to live as a hermit. I don't want to sing this anymore. You wander through the mountains and wilderness, surviving off plants and berries. Not bad. You become infected with a whole body edema. Okay, it's getting scarier. You try to cure yourself with cow manure. The manure hardens in the sun, essentially making you a statue. That's horrifying. Then wild dogs eat you alive. Who is this? It's even better because this man was considered a philosopher too. There's actually several stories about how he might have been oofed. That's just one of many. The mafia when the US government banned alcohol. Hello there. It's finally our time. Business is booming. Teenage girls in the 1960s when they see a moderately attractive 21-year-old man with a floral shirt and a bowl cut playing 2 chords and Max on the guitar. Speaking of Here Comes the Sun, what a crossover. The 17th century French nobility, while peasants are literally starving. I can't see any consequences that could possibly come from this. Everything will be totally fine. Hera, when Zeus has yet another child with some mortal woman. I think eventually she just stopped caring at all. She's probably just completely dead inside and used to it. Today we're gonna play Frick, Marry, Kill with Henry VIII. Of course, his response would probably be something like this, so yeah, he's not very fun at this game. When you're working in a coal mine during the early 20th century and the canary in the cage suddenly drops from its perch. Wait, what? I don't get this at all. I clearly haven't been in enough coal mines in my day. I guess the miners would watch these birds, and if they ever passed out, they knew there was probably a gas leak. But eventually, they did start saving the canaries. If they did pass out, I guess this tank would pump oxygen back in to, like, I guess, resuscitate them or something. That's cool. The USA, after France asked them to repay after helping them against the British. I'm assuming this is referring to the American Revolution. Yep, we just disappeared, and then French people got their head cut off. Sumerian girlfriend, come over. Me, I can't. Practicing metallurgy. I'm home alone with the ziggurat, or whatever. Me. This is actually how the first one of these was created. This is the exact line you heard and everything. It really progressed humans forward. The gods of Olympus coming up with the punishments for the Titans. Also the gods trying not to shove their... yeah. There is still so much I don't understand about this mythology. The Romans when incorporating whatever local god of the people they conquered into their pantheon. Yes, another addition to my collection. Literally, the only reason why I know about this is because of the Civilization series. Those pantheon bonuses are nice. Potato Desire. Potatoes looking at both Ireland and... Austria? What did Austria want with potatoes? I didn't know about this. Wait, oh my god, that's Latvia. How am I just now realizing that Latvia and Austria have very similar flags? Okay, well, what did Latvia want with potatoes? I guess it has something to do with the Cold War and them being a satellite state of the Soviets. Googling causes of the Great London Fire. It looks like the Great Fire of London was caused by... fire. My brilliance is frightening, even to me. This literally reminds me so much of Top Gear right now. Cicero walking into the theater, seeing everyone try to oof Caesar. I guess Cicero was a major rival of Caesar, but he wasn't told that they were all gonna stab him. You'd think he would have been so in on it. How it started versus how it ended. That's war for you boys. I've always wondered just how true this picture is. Like, was it exclusively the stresses of conflicts that did this to him, or other things? There probably was other factors. Hitman, who am I killing, dog? Ever hear of a guy named Pavlov? Hitman rings a bell. That's right. So Pavlov was the guy who did a study where he fed dogs after ringing the bell. That's right. I knew that name sounded familiar. After a certain amount of time, he rang the bell and the dog would start to salivate even if he had no food, proving the dog could associate the bell with food. Yeah. I always read about this, but I can't ever retain it. I want to go back in time to the Victorian era. It's so elegant. Meanwhile, the Victorian era food. Cornflakes plus milk equals flame. It's either that or some sawdust. Choose wisely. Here we go. History of Poland, tribal Polish lands. This is going to be a sad one. Chiefdom of Poland. I like the inclusion of the Wojak art. Kingdom of Poland in 991. What? 4 Polands? 1138. Which one is the real one? The Mongol invasion, but with even more Polish states. Hey, they helped stop the Mongol invasion. They stopped along the Polish lines. Kingdom of Poland in 1444, more like Polish baguette. Get ready for Lithuania time. Yeah, or should I say the true Slavic Rome. Battle of Vienna. But do you know who arrived coming down the mountainside? Of course, we all know. He's right here. Partition of Poland, 1796. What happened? Oh yeah, and they're gonna disappear. Here it goes. Oh. Yeah, gotta include the dancing cow. What's his name? Polish rising from the ashes like a phoenix. After WWE1. Poland in WWE2. And here goes more bad things. Did you include some... Oh, Polish People's Republic. One party, one state, but most important, very cringe. Polish People's Republic, but John Paul II ruins the party. Don't know who that is, but okay. Modern Poland, but are they going to space or what? No matter how many times we hear the history of Poland, I still always learn something new. Senators be like, the Republic has become a cesspool of degeneracy and corruption. My fellow citizens, you made its policies. That is a weird thing for senators to be saying when, like, yeah, they had control and stuff. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to level the Korean peninsula. Is this one of those weird anime girls that's a personification of like Japanese ships or something? I know they do that with tanks, but I didn't know warships chips were included. Today I present to you the greatest oofer of all time. Who you think it's gonna be? Some serial oofer? Maybe some dictator? Who's gonna be? Drum roll, please. No, it is actually mosquitoes. Speaking of nerfing, please, someone nerf malaria. Wait, you want a goth girlfriend? Disgusting. Why don't you stop chasing after Aryan heretics and marry a nice Roman girl or something? Sorry, Dad, but Roman girls are just too boring for me. Japan executing kamikaze attacks because they don't have the oil to properly train pilots. I've actually never heard this take before. Is this one of the many reasons they were promoting kamikaze attacks? Rome paying barbarian tribes to fight each other, but unfortunately at the same time, barbarian kingdoms getting rich and good at war. Why does this remind me so much of the CIA? What you got there? Han will be like, just a smoothie. Don't mind this giant tusked creature behind me. That's not gonna be a problem at all. Increase taxes on the wealthy to pay for your massive army. No, how about debase the currency and trigger hyperinflation? Good old hyperinflation. When will we ever stop trying that? Your next task is to create a peaceful and sustainable multi-ethnic state on the Balkans. RIP Yugoslavia, I guess. Leftists, we don't mean it literally when we say eat the rich. Then there's the Dutch after eating their prime minister. Wait, what? Every time I say I really want to ask a Dutch person in real life what it was like to eat man flesh, there's always like people from the Netherlands in my DMs saying it was good. West Berlin versus East Berlin summarized. Seems like one is having a whole lot more fun than the other. And I wonder why that could be. This is a weird gift to use for this, but alright. When you think you've shot yourself a nice deer in the forest, but it's actually the King of England, and he's been oofed. No amount of crying is gonna bring him back. That must have been scary. And big thanks to my Patreon supporters. Young Waifu, Fat Nuts, Gerbil Boy, Why Am I Doing This, Sussy Melody, RyeThePie, Nora the Bald Free Smiley Philipp RF, Ortin5610, Drew's Argentinian
Alex Whitley is
Grandpa,
Mega Chad,
Alfonso M6,
aPhatNarwhal,
AryanAfterHours,
Barnsky W,
Canadian Union,
istoledrewspetdog,
LuxembourgLover,
Majestic Unicorn,
Max Cooper,
McBlorf,
and Mimoshiki.